dancing around these big issues on the budget. One of these days, we're gonna have to address it. I mean, we continually just bypass them.
Judge, I put them out there every time we meet, but nobody totally agrees with it. That's,
And every week we have a change in some numbers. So, you know, we're honing in now. We still don't have those numbers from our appraiser. I think they're going to be very close to what we've been dealing with. But yes, we do. But I agree with you, sir, that we need to get to that. But they're so.
Well, like the Boy Scouts say, be prepared. Next week, we need to address these issues in the agreement and the meetings that we have. And then if we can't agree, then we'll put them in as an amendment to the budget and vote on them as amendments.
do we have a workshop after this meeting to talk about budget?
We need to.
Is there not a
Is there a workshop plan
posted?
Yeah, there is.
There is?
Yes, there is.
Okay, well, we can talk about it after we adjourn this
We
meeting.
could hold open action on, like the sheriff's thing, for example, if that's a big issue, we could leave the meeting open, we can come back in and decide it today.
Do that?
Just need to recess the regular meeting.
All right. Well, we have voted for me to send the letters out, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we have completed the agenda except for the consent agreement and ongoing. So let's go to the consent agreement. Do I hear a motion?
Judge, I would make a motion that we approve the consent agenda, items 14A through L.
Commissioner Bailey, may I ask that we hold A, use until further review,
Yes.
and approve B through L?
So I would amend that motion to be that we would approve the consent agenda items 14B through L.
Motion and second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Pass 5-0. Property acquisition and dispositions, Lisa?
These are two items that are both from the district court. They're for their court reporters. We are going to use the court reporter service fund, which this is a eligible purchase to be made from that fund. It's for computer systems for each of their court reporters.
Is there a motion?
Motion for approval?
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion?
These are funds that are not available outside the court reporter.
They can only be used for transcription services. I mean, it's very limited. I did show it to our attorney, and he concurred with me that it was an eligible purchase. They are currently using older equipment. We have on the budget for the judges to be updated, but this was eligible to be spent, so I went ahead and put it for this year. You know, they have one in their office, one at the bench they have one that they're lugging back and forth between the two positions. So the fund has a large fund balance in it also. Fund balance of $170,000.
It doesn't reduce next year's budget.
By $750 it does.
There's no way we could use that to do 3 control officers.
If we could get a fee set up for control officers to be collected to support themselves, that would be a...
Maybe if they become licensed court reporters, maybe squeeze it in.
All right. All right. There's a motion and a second. Any more legitimate discussion?
Legitimate?
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Passes 5-0.
Judge, could we go back up to 14, please?
Yes, sir.
Under the consent agenda, we pulled item A. Does that mean we're not going to discuss item A?
Ms. Brennan?
I have a question. Have you read the minutes?
We do not have minutes for approval. There has been no minutes submitted.
ordinance, and I'm gonna make this point in front of all five of us, rather than do it privately with Shelley. As I read these minutes, more and more I see that they reflect action, but as well as action, that they reflect opinions of various court members. And in my opinion, the minutes should reflect actions, not opinions, because we all have opinions, and there's not enough room in the minutes to put our opinions in there, I can promise you. I would like to see those minutes written factually to reflect what goes on in the meetings without opinions of individual court members.
I agree. The newspapers can fill in the opinions and give color to it.
So noted.
Next item on the agenda is non-emergency budget transfers, of which there are none. Next is the approval of accounts, bills, claims, and payrolls. Lisa?
Judge, I'm submitting paid claims in the amount of $332,321.38 and request the court's approval.
Move for approval.
Motion's been made and second. Discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Passes 5-0.
One abstention, Judge.
One abstention. Passes 4-0 with one abstention.
Judge, I next submit the unpaid claims that I've approved in the amount of $548,021.89 and request the court's approval.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Passes 5-0.
And I also submit the payroll report for the pay period ending July the 9th, 2011 in the amount of $518,069.87 and request the court's approval.
Move for approval of payroll.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Anything else? The meeting will be recessed. We will have a 10-minute break. We will come back and open up the workshop on budgets.